Hello everyone, my name is Cody Shupp and today we're going to be speaking about the 2023 Super Bowl automotive related ads. I'm going to kind of recuse myself because I am unfortunately suffering from the loss of our local Philadelphia Eagles here, but we're going to have a good presentation nonetheless. So first we're going to take a peek at the commercial for the new 2023 Kia Telluride X Pro All-Terrain, a new section for their Telluride product. So we're going to look at the ad first.
You remembered her favorite binky, right?
I forgot the binky. Our top story. A father has forgotten binky, but he's capturing hearts.
She only likes the blue one.
Kia, movement that inspires.
All right, so like all Super Bowl ads, relatable, funny, that's everything you want to see. So for this, the title of this commercial was Binky Dad. So obviously we can see that a couple obvious things. Dad forgets the baby's binky at home. You know what dad has, and I can relate to that. I've done that many times. So he needs to go back and get the binky. Many things happen in between then. A woman outside the lodge they were staying in sees them, posts it online. The video goes viral. Next thing you know, he's called the Binky Dad. And then in the end, you can see he gets the wrong binky. Again, like many of us dads can relate to. So commercial pricing and length, like I kind of spoke about earlier, it is down the amount of automotive manufacturers that are currently in the or bought a spot in the Super Bowl ads, and you might be able to kind of tell here. So Kia ran an ad exactly 30 seconds. So that was the 15-second clip just to keep it short, but they had a full 30-second clip. Now for a 30-second clip or commercial and at the 2023 Super Bowl, they were up to $7 million for Super Bowl 57. $7 million. Now, if you can kind of see here, just as a comparison, back in 2016, it was 4.4 million. You know, that's still a lot. However, we're down at 7 million now, and just last year was 6.5. So it's gone up about $500,000, which is about a 40% increase since 2016 to current day 2023 for the Super Bowl 57. So you might argue that there's a reason why a lot of these manufacturers aren't in here, because they may not be able to afford it with all the supply constraints and things along those lines. Now, some of the things that I liked and I disliked about it. So, like I said earlier, something I liked about it is I can relate to it as a dad. You know, forgetting these tiny little things you really wouldn't think is a big deal can have huge consequences in terms of a happy baby. So that I could definitely relate to that, and I'm sure most dads and most people could honestly relate to that. And like I said, making mistakes. Good dads can make mistakes, as no matter how tiny it is. And like all Super Bowl ads, it was funny, it was engaging, you know, with the vehicle going off-road and everything along those lines. It was very entertaining. Something I didn't really like about it is, and now this is comparing to GM's side of or the stance they kind of took with their commercials, is they didn't really focus on EV. So we all know EVs are kind of huge right now. So the fact that they focused on an SUV rather than an EV, it kind of goes against the norm right now, but it was definitely an interesting move. And you know, this is just me nitpicking. It was a little unrealistic, but that's how these commercials are, you know, so that's just me nitpicking. Sorry about that. All right, so the target audience and features. So the target audience, like I said, because they weren't focused on the EV, environmental and electric vehicles, they did focus more on the family aspect of it, hence the Binky Dad. So they targeted directly on families, enough room for a growing family. This is a 3-row, 8-passenger vehicle. Also, with this X Pro version, as you see here, that was in the commercial, they do focus on a kind of a growing trend in the industry of the off-road capable cars for, camping purposes and, driving on dirt road purposes, things along those lines. So that was a big sticking point. I think that one of the reasons why they kind of went towards this car and maybe not their EV that they have in production right now. So what was the message? What was the sales point they were trying to get across? So, like I said earlier, like who their target market was, their ad message was to get out to growing families. Like they want to get to people with multiple kids so they have enough room for all their luggage and things along those lines. Like I said, the larger vehicle that it is, 3-passenger, definitely enough for a growing family. But it's also good for, like I was saying before, the off-road activities that you may do, whether it be camping or trailing or whatever the case may be. And the viewers that they get may look at the company more as, a family-friendly, fun company to be a part of, or a fun company to buy their product from, because they have such a lighthearted, fun ad. So their attention-getting strategy. Just like I was saying earlier with all these Super Bowl ads, everyone knows why we watch Super Bowl ads, right? It's because they're funny, they're entertaining. Everyone wants to watch the commercials as much as the game, unless you are a diehard football fan. So it's just plain old fun and funny. So that's their biggest attention seeker. Now, one of the things that's kind of interesting that obviously is a big trend nowadays is the going viral. So they threw that in there. You can see here with the got the binky, he got the binky, but he forgot the binky. So the woman taking the videos of him and all the Snapchat and Facebook posts and stuff that they kind of post up on there as well. And then again, the tension getting, the car jumping out of the tube and going on the snow and all things like that. It's very they can kind of grab your attention. Now, so how does it compare? I spoke earlier about the EVs and how they were kind of in the spotlight with the Chevy and GM ads. They were talking about the Hummer and the Silverado. So they took more of a family approach to it, whereas GM took more of a EV approach, which is the norm for the industry right now. And they focus on two different things. So it seemed like it was going to go one way or another, but Kia decided to go more towards that family friendly than the EV side of it, even though they do have their new EV6 vehicle. So was the commercial effective? That's really the bottom line. You're spending $7 million. Was it effective? So they focused on the 2 points yet again: the large and growing family, and then the capable off-road use, all while compiling around that being funny and just entertaining and maybe a little ridiculous, but it got the point across. It makes people consider the product itself. So thank you for watching my presentation. I hope you enjoyed the Super Bowl. I thought it was a good game. Unfortunately, my team lost, but it was still good, well fought. I'm hoping to see more manufacturer commercials next year. Thank you so much.